Guys, I don't know if everybody's on the other live stream, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Now I'm on another one. You're on the other line? Hi, Jennifer. I don't know what happened. I was trying to go back to it. I'm still trying to figure out all this. I'm probably live streaming on two videos. Who knows? But I'm going to show y'all this paper pad. Hi, Margaret. And it says Sophisticated Sparkle. Only me has trouble with this technology. But it's okay. I'm not trying to be... You found me again? Ninja. So we have this one, this sheet, and the top is trying to come off of this one. Hold on. I'll just take it off. And, ooh, this paper, y'all should feel it. It feels like silk. And we have this one. And it had 3 sheets. Hi, Esther. I'm showing some friend mail that Linda. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Beth, a.k.a. Felicia, sent me. Linda Crespo. I messed up and I was on another live and it might still be live. I don't know. Hi, Charlene. And I got this. And this one's just a blank slate. Esther, I saw your video yesterday about, your chit-chat video about swapping etiquette. Girl, you were so funny, but so right, too. I liked that video. I like your chit-chat videos. If y'all haven't checked out Esther Lucas' channel, which I'm sure y'all all have, but if there happens to be someone here that has not been on Esther Lucas' channel, please go to Esther Lucas' channel. You'll be glad you did. I've been with Esther for a long time, and I love her channel. So y'all go show her some love. And Esther's channel is monetized, so please watch the video straight through, and please watch the commercials, and please give her a thumbs up. See, I was bad about that. I didn't know we were supposed to watch the commercials, so when the commercials would come on, I would just flip them out. I froze up again. Am I frozen, guys, or can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Can everybody see me? Or nobody see me? Okay. And I got this page. Now my channel is not monetized. So I don't have no commercials. And y'all can give me thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't care. Whatever makes you happy. If you get bored, you don't have to watch. I'm not going to go monetized. Because I'm really just doing this for fun. Something out. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm using my cell phone, and it's a cell phone 6 Plus. Hunter has the new cell phone, and his daddy's got that iPhone 8, and Hunter's is even newer than his daddy's. But I got the 6 Plus. You know, Mama's always the last one to get something new. But the reason why I don't go get a new phone is, number one, my phone is paid off. And then number two, as y'all can see, oh, okay, Ninja, as y'all can see, I'm not that good with technology, so it took me a long time just to learn how to do simple stuff on my phone. So I'm afraid if I get one of the newer phones, it'll take y'all a year before y'all see me again. I am not good with technology whatsoever. I kind of want to buy me a Brothers Scan and Cut, but I'm not sure if I will or won't because I'm not sure how it works. I've asked several people, they said you don't need a computer to make your Brothers Scan and Cut work. And I'm not really sure what a Brothers Scan and Cut is fully, other than it can cut out something that's been stamped, maybe. I don't know. I'm not real sure what that's all about. I don't know, but I'm not sure if I really need that. I mean, I don't want to just buy it because everybody else has it. Because if I'm not going to use it and I really don't have the space for it, um, I don't know. I'm going to wait and see more what it does and see how it works. On E-Day, what is E-Day? Is that Sunday? What is E-Day? Ninju? What's E-Day? So, I don't know if I'm going to get a Brothers Scan and Cut yet. Um, I want to see if there's a class somewhere that they show you everything the Brothers Scan and Cut does, or maybe I can look on Google or something. Because if all it does is, and I got fingers, and they cut. Oh, one day, and it didn't cost $300. So I'm not sure what a Brothers Scan and Cut does, but if the big hoorah is just it cutting stuff out, I ain't getting it. Because I can cut, and I got dies, and they work. I'm not going to waste $300, but if it does more than that, then maybe so. I'm not sure. I know it says scan. Okay, so maybe it scans your stamps. And if all it does is scan your stamps and cuts it out, uh-uh. No, baby, that's not worth $300 to me. It might be $300 to somebody. To me, no. But I don't know, because I don't really know everything it does yet. So if you have a Brothers Scan and Cut, y'all let us know. I want to know what the big hoorah is about it. Like, I don't know what the big hoorah is. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But I have a printer. Yeah, that's what I want to see, Jennifer. I want to go on, I guess, Google or something, or maybe YouTube, and type in videos about Brothers Scan and Cut and see what the big deal is. I haven't done that yet, but I need to, because I don't know. A lot of people are going wild about it. So I'm going to see what the big deal is and what all it does. But like I said, if all it does is cut stuff out, $300? Nope. What do you mean you don't have to pay for dyes anymore? Oh, because it cuts it out for you? You can cut it out yourself and it won't cost $300. I have stamps and stuff, and I stamp stuff and I fussy cut it. And my scissors did not cost $300. I have these, and I have these, and I have some little ones, and I have some other big ones. Yeah, and they don't cost $300. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Little Crafts Creations. I was thinking, but I don't know, 'cause so I don't want to down it without knowing. I really don't know everything it does, but if all it does is scan your stamp and then cut it out, I'm not getting that just because everybody else got it. Baby, I'm not going to be follow the leader. No. I don't want to waste $300. $300 is a lot of shopping at Hobby Lobby or Michael's when sales happen. You know, when they have a good sale, you can save that money and you can buy stuff that you actually need, like glue, tape, paper pads, washi tape, which Linda Crespo, let me tell you, was calling me today, telling me Michael's had a threefer. I said, a threefer? What's that? She says, you buy one tube of washi and you get two tubes free. Now, she's supposed to be my friend and not an enabler. Michael's to buy a threefer because y'all know all the washi tape I have. I said, I don't need it, Linda, I don't need it. So I didn't go. Thank God. Because I don't know where I'd put it. I have 3 of those white things you buy from Michael's for the washi storage. They're full. I have a white storage case of tape. It's full. The top of my closet is full with washi tape. And I have a big 64-gallon bin that's full of washi tape. I don't need no more washi tape. And I told Linda, I'm finding when I craft, I don't use a lot of washi. I bought all this washi and I use it in my planners, you know, when I plan. But just like in crafting, I don't hardly use a lot unless I'm sending a box out and I'm decorating the box. So I'm going to have to buy washi. Let me see. Oops. I pressed the wrong button. I'm trying to see, read this. Teresa, if you have carpal tunnel or bad arthritis, I can see where the brother scan and cut would be a good value for someone. But as long as my fingers, I have rheumatoid arthritis, but my fingers still work good enough. Sharon, I tried to de-stash some washi, but I still have a big bag. Nobody bought it, so I don't know. I put it in a big bag. It was over 100 washis. So, I kept them. I tried to de-stash some, though. Because it costs too much to send them in the tube, so I just poured them in the bag. So, yeah. Trying to think what else. But like I said, I'm not saying I won't get one because I need to go and see what all it does. And of course, I'm not going to pay for it. I'll ask for it for my anniversary or for my birthday or for Christmas. I ain't going to pay $300 for something. I'm too cheap. $3 I will pay. $5 is stretching it. But $300? Not this mama. Now, I will ask my husband for it for Christmas or anniversary or something, but I'm not sure if I want it, so I don't want to ask him for something that I don't know if I'll use. 2 years ago for my birthday, I got a printer, and my daughter, I never put it together because I didn't understand how to make it connect to my phone or my iPad. And my daughter came over because she's good with technology, and she tried to, and the printer won't connect to and it's a HP printer, and it's Wi-Fi printer and all that. I know, right, Charlene, for your first car, 300. That's what I'm saying. But we still couldn't get the printer, or she couldn't get the printer to connect to my phone or my iPad. So I'm not sure what the best thing on that is. Hi, Kay's Place. because we got the printer from Best Buy 2 years ago, and it was my birthday present on Black Friday. But I've never used the printer because we can't get it to connect to my phone. And my daughter is good with technology, and she couldn't get it to connect to my phone. And we have Wi-Fi, and we have internet, and I don't understand why we can't get it to work. Call the 800 number for HP. I'll tell. Well, my daughter-in-law's coming over, and my daughter-in-law just got a Cameo, one of those Cameo machines where you make. She made me a car decal that says "Bless Grandma," and it's on the back of Pedro now. I'm sure Pedro likes that. My car's name is Pedro, if y'all don't know, and he's a black car. And on the back of my window, it's in pink lining. It says, "Blessed Grandma." And my daughter-in-law made that with her Cameo machine. Her anniversary is Valentine's Day. Her and my son got married on Valentine's Day 13 years ago. And that was her Valentine's Day / anniversary gift he bought her. And she's real good with technology, so she said when she comes, she's going to see what the problem is, and she's going to teach me how to. On YouTube, some people's sites, they have free downloads where you can download free things they put up, pictures and stuff. And so she's going to teach me how to download them, and then if I buy some, because if it's not free, guys, and you take it from their site, these people are artists. They're doing this to make money. And if you take something, stealing. So unless they tell you it's free and they're offering you that free, guys, just pay for them. It's only like $1 or $2 for a download. And once you download it, it's yours. And they worked hard to, to draw that and paint. I like the girls that a lot of people draw, and I like the coffee. And I want to download a lot of that stuff. So I want to download a lot of free ones, but I have some I want to buy. But I have to learn how to do it, or it'll never work. I wish they would just say, if you want to order so many copies, you can buy it from us. Because that would make it so much easier for me. I could just order what I want from them, and they can send it to me. But most of them just send you a download link or something when you pay for it, and you have to print it out yourself. But if you're like me and you can't get your printer to work because you don't know how, it makes it hard. Because I love doing my planners, and y'all know I have 1, 2, 3, 4 planners I work in every day. And I would like to put some of that stuff in my planners. But anyway, guys, I'm showing y'all my chocolate that Linda sent me. See, I'm thinking about going on a diet. But now I have to eat, not a diet, but I need to lose some weight. Because when I went to the neck surgeon, the spine surgeon, how do I keep up with what? How do I keep up with? Oh, my planners? I just write in them every morning, and each planner is for something. Like I have my purse planner, and it has all my doctor appointments in it and shopping list. Would you like a piece of chocolate? I'll share. I have all my doctor's appointments and shopping list and directions, and I've been putting my YouTube friends' addresses in the book. I can't even get one planner in a day yet, LOL. Well, I do that one, and then I have my vintage planner, and I put everything in that, including my blood pressure and stuff. And then I have my traveling notebook that I do, and I put everything in that one too. And then I have my budget planner, and my budget planner is to budget what I'm going to spend throughout the month and what I'm going to spend it on. Like, Hunter lets me know what he wants that week, and I budget for groceries, clothes, haircuts, doctor co-pays, medicine. Um, the only utility that I go and pay is the electricity. My husband pays all the other bills, and that's because he's kind of like me. He don't want to pay the $10 extra. If you pay your electricity bill over the phone, they charge you $10 to pay your bill over the phone. But if you go into the office and you pay your electricity bill, no, Esther, you didn't miss my banner challenge. I haven't done a direct video yet, like I told everybody I would, but I've been telling everybody the banner's due in by March 24th, and it's can be any size you want, but no longer than 6 inches and as wide as you want. It can be any shape you want, and it's to be Easter themed, like in Easter colors. And if you want extra 10 extra points to win on the Easter banner challenge, an IC card with your name, your favorite color, your birthday, and I already know your favorite crafting style is cutesy, and you're getting into shabby chic and pastels now. So I already know that about you because I watch your channel faithfully. I don't always comment, but I always watch. But I'm going to start commenting because I didn't know that helps people that are monetized. And so I just want people to tell me what their favorite colors are in crafting style. Wait, let me see. I shouldn't touch the phone because every time I touch it, that's when it messes up. They don't do that out here with the... Yeah, if you pay over the phone, like my husband pays everything with his debit credit card, all our bills except for the rent, he just sends it to the landlord. And okay, Little Craft Creations. And okay, Felicia. So Linda don't like when people talk. It gets on her nerves. But she worked all day and she's got to work tomorrow. Good night, Linda. But I forgot what I was saying. That threw me. Oh yeah, we're talking about the IC card. All I want, if you want the 10 extra points, is your address. That way when I want to send you something, and sometimes God puts people on my heart, and I just want to send them a blessing, or I want to send them a card, or I want to send them a project I made because I was thinking about them. And I need y'all address, so I figured if I had everybody's address on an IC card, when I send something out, I don't have to get a hold of y'all to get y'all address. Because sometimes I want it to be a surprise. I try to make it a surprise, but it's hard for me to keep secrets. And if I send y'all something, guys, I don't expect y'all to send me anything back. Please don't feel obligated to send me something back, because that's not what I want. Sometimes I just want to share, and I just want to send you something. Okay, Miss Teresa. Is this Michelle? Little Crafts Creation is Michelle? Okay, sweetie. Michelle won the... I'm trying to remember what you won, Michelle. Oh, the mason jar stand. And Dawn. I write that down now in my vintage planner so I don't forget, because I do forget a lot. I forget a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And now the post office, when you send out a box, see this box? When you send out a box like this, the box has to stay flat. And the corners have to stay intact. And the top has to be flat. It can no longer be bulging. If it's bulging out and it's not flat, the post office will not mail it. Because, you know, I used to stuff them so full, I would kind of lay on it and take the duct tape and tape it to close it. They make you put that in another box. And if it don't all fit in the box, you have to do 2 boxes. I'm like, that post office is getting to get on my nerves. Because this box right here is a large priority mailbox. And it costs $18 to ship this box. Now you see, I guess it depends on what post office you go to. Because when I went to the Walker post office, I did not have any problems with them. They just mailed everything out for me with no problems. I went to the Denham Springs post office, and that girl made me change out 4 of my boxes. And on those 4 boxes, they were so full, I had to do 2 boxes on some of them. Just to cost me more money. Because the medium box, like the other medium box Linda sent me, that cost her $13.65 to mail. And this one costs $18.90. So that's how they get extra money out of you. But I won't be going back to the Denham post office again. Yeah, but the postal worker there, I got mad. And like I told y'all, I acted like the fool in there. She made me lose my Jesus because I was mad. And I said, I never had a problem mailing it anywhere. It's closed. What's the problem? As long as it's closed, it ships. And she said, no, it has to maintain its form. And I said, well, it's maintaining its form. It's closed, but I'm not going to lie. It was all bulged out. And the only thing keeping it closed was the tape, you know. And I'd put so much of the tape on it, the packaging tape, that it was keeping it closed. But if that packaging tape wasn't on it, it wouldn't have stayed closed. Yeah, the envelopes. Okay, Beth Allen, thanks for joining us. The envelopes, it don't matter if they bulge or not. You can put as much as you want. But sometimes I send stuff out, it won't fit in the envelopes. Well, most of the time it won't fit in the envelopes because it's too heavy and I put too much stuff in it. But I'm going to go back to the Walker one. The only problem with the Walker one, like, if it says you're supposed to get your stuff on Thursday, when I mail stuff through Walker, you might not get it until Tuesday. That's why I stopped going to the Walker one. But I'd rather go to that one and pay less money and not have to rebox stuff. They make it where I wanted to see it in writing about the boxes. Yeah, it just unfroze on my side. I had to reconnect My phone's messing up. So, Jennifer, I guess it's just the luck of the draw what postal person you get. But when I told her I wanted to see Postmaster, looked it up on her cell phone, and of course I didn't have my glasses with me, and she said, "Here it is." And I said, "I don't have my glasses on. I can't read that." And so they read it to me out loud, and it said that from the Maine Postal Service, it does say that it has to stay, the boxes have to stay in true form. And that means the sides have to stay flat, the corners have to stay flat, and this side can't bulge out. The sides can't bulge out. And the top has to be flat, and you have to be able to see it flat. My tops are never flat, and the box is always bulging. So I'm going to go back to the other post office where they don't care, and they're real nice, and they just grab the stuff real fast and grab your credit card or your money and say, "Thank you, see you next week." They might be slow, but it won't cost you double the money. So that's what I'm going to do. But guys, I've kept y'all on here long enough. Usually this thing tells me we've been on here 32 minutes. I can't stay on here for 3 and 4 hours and 5 and 6 hours. I mean, I know some people do. They do these long videos and they stay on here all night and all day. I can't do that, because after I talk so much, my head starts hurting, or I don't know, I got stuff to do. I can't just stay on YouTube all day. I still gotta go finish folding some clothes, and before I go to bed, I want to sweep and mop the whole house again, and I want to wipe some walls down, and I want to take my light fixtures out and clean in the light fixtures. You know how I want to do that. Oh, Michelle, that is a good idea. Yes, I need a Diet Coke. Well, I have one. Nervous because I'm down to my last 2 Diet Cokes. And I could go to the store, but I'm lazy. And it's dark outside and I don't see well. I don't see well enough to drive. Not for my safety, but for other people's safety. Okay, you have Diet Coke. No, Jennifer, I clean all the time. I am, I don't know if I'm OCD or what it is, but I know I hear people say they spring clean and once a year they wipe their walls down. I'm like, once a year? Oh, yeah. Their walls must be dirty, because I wipe those walls down. I take turns, like tonight I'm going to do my room, the laundry room, and probably the kitchen and the living room. And then the next day I'm going to do the guest room, Hunter's room, and his bathroom. And then I do it again. And every day I mop and sweep 3 times a day. I never go to bed with dishes dirty. And I try to make sure all my clothes are washed, folded, and put up. And then my bathrooms I clean every morning and every night. The tubs in the shower, I clean that every day. And, and I need to clean the closets out. You know, get rid of the clothes that we're not wearing anymore. Because I heard if you don't wear something and you haven't worn it in a year, you don't need it. So I have a lot of clothes I haven't worn in a year, but mainly it's because I've gotten so fat, I can't fit in them. I need to lose some weight. So, but I'll just lose weight and get my husband to buy me some new clothes. Because those clothes are old. I got old clothes. Okay. Where do you live? If I lived close to you, I'd come clean your house for you. That's what's bad about me. I think I offend people when I go to their house. Esther, you have a lot of kids. I fully understand. I really do. But if you got older kids, get them to help you wash the dishes. That's what I would do. Kentucky? I don't know how far that is. How far is Kentucky from Louisiana? That's pretty far, probably. But when I go to, like, my daughter doesn't like me to come to her house. Because when I go to people's house, if the floor needs to be swept and we're talking, I'll say, hey, where's the broom? And they'll tell me where the broom is, and I'll go get the broom and start sweeping the floor. If your carpet needs to be vacuumed, I'll get the vacuum cleaner and I'll start vacuuming your floor. If I see your kitchen, the dishes are dirty, I'll just, like, we'll be sitting at the table talking, I'll get up and I'll start doing your dishes. And I'm not doing it to be mean or trying to tell you that you're a bad housekeeper. That's just how I am. I can't keep still, and I want to clean. You know, I want to help you, and that's my way to help you. But my daughter-in-law, when she first married my son, she thought, she was young, she thought I was saying she wasn't a good housewife or being a good wife to my son because I would go to her house and clean. But I thought I was being a helpful mother-in-law, and she had a new baby at the time, my grandson that's 10 now, and I just wanted to help her, and I would go grocery shopping, bring her groceries, and then I would come over, wash her dishes, and I'd start cleaning her house, but it offended her. Oh, well, come on down. You can come visit anytime. Um, I haven't been to Kentucky. I wouldn't mind visiting Kentucky myself. Um, so, yeah, so if I ever do visit y'all and I get up and start cleaning your house, it's not because I think y'all house is dirty or y'all lazy. It's just because that's what I do. I do that everywhere I go. You won't get offended, Dawn Twist. Bye, Esther. Thank you for stopping in. So, but it's a lot easier now because I only have Hunter, you know, so cleaning all the time is easier for me. Okay, Jennifer. Oh, look, Dawn said she'll get me a plane ticket. Oh, I need to go. Vacation, and all I have to do is clean. Yes, baby. Just let me know when, Dawn. I'll bring Hunter to his brother's, and I'll fly on out. Y'all know those videos where, not videos, but on live TV where they had people that, they call them hoarders, and their house is just like, they can't even walk in their front doors because their house is piled with so much stuff because they're hoarders. I said, you know, that would be my dream job. I could take a house and clean it out and make it look beautiful again. That would be, that to me, that would be fun. But some people, that's a bad job because hoarders have a hard time letting stuff go. And yeah, you see, I can clean, and then, see, I can't craft unless everything's clean. So once I get everything clean and put in place for you, we can craft to our heart's content, and then I can clean up the mess we made from crafting. That's what I have to do. I can't go to bed. When I'm crafting and I'm making something and I make a mess. Oh yeah, Teresa, me and Linda's been talking about that. We both want to come visit you. I would love to come and spend a week with Miss Teresa, and we could just craft, and we can bring Miss Teresa shopping. Oh, Charlene, I go to Texas. What part of Texas are you in? My biological mother lives in Texas. San Antonio. Ooh. I'm going to have to let you know when we're down that way and maybe we can meet up. And y'all know who else is moving? Seattle, Washington is Miss Teresa McDaniels. I've never been to Seattle, Washington. That's going to be another fun place to visit. But me and Linda want to go visit Miss Teresa, and then we want to go visit Miss Gloria in Florida. And I go to Florida like, yeah, that's going to be fun. I love to visit people. Colorado. Michelle, you live in Colorado. I've never been to Colorado. Man, I would love to go to Colorado. But I want to go visit Miss Teresa and I want to go visit Gloria in Florida. Come down to visit, he has to cook me some Italian food. Waco, Texas, 25 miles from Waco, Texas. I've heard of Waco, Texas. Wasn't that where that man that killed he claimed Jesus' son or something, and that's where he killed all those people with Kool-Aid? I think that's it. Waco, isn't that where it happened, in Waco? Poor thing, it gave that town a name. What did they call that when you have a preacher that and everybody joins and he takes over their lives? That's a cult. It was like an occult. He messed with all these people's minds and they believed him. Yeah, that's so sad. All those poor people died. Ugh. I don't even drink Kool-Aid to this day because of that. What did Joanna Gaines do? I mean, is she like a novelist or something? And I don't know what Louisiana is known for. I guess we're known for all the hurricanes and flooding. I don't know. Tornadoes, floods, hurricanes, or maybe KKK, Ku Klux Klan. I think they're from Louisiana. Food. Oh, she fixes up houses. Oh, it was. Well, who was the one that had Kool-Aid? Oh, we're known for Duck Dynasty and crawfish. Yes. Who was the one? Jim Jones. It was Jim Jones. Wasn't it Jim Jones that did the Kool-Aid thing? Waco was where they went in, the government went in and killed all the people, huh? I get it confused. Guyana? Yeah, wasn't he the one that did the Kool-Aid thing? I don't know. One of these preacher men did the Kool-Aid thing, and they had like a cult. They had all their followers, and they killed the little children, and the parents died, and that was the saddest thing ever. And then, okay, Waco must have been when the government went in, and the man was telling them, no, no, but they went in anyway and shot everybody. It was horrible. It was horrible. I think the government should have been held responsible for that. Because if we go into anyone's home and we just shoot them and kill them, we would get sent to prison for life or get the death penalty. And they went in there and just killed those people, and they were telling them no. Yeah, the FBI, they had a shootout. But the FBI was wrong the way they did it. And especially having innocent children in there and killing all those innocent children. That's horrible. I don't know. I don't know what this world is coming to. But at the same time, if a police officer or someone in authority in law, FBI, police officer, or marshal, if they tell you to do something, don't run from them. Don't put your hands in your pockets. Abide by the law. If the police officer says, put your hands up, put your hands up. Stop. Don't run. And you won't get killed. Bottom line, you know, if you do what you're supposed to do, then they should do what they're supposed to do. I mean, it makes me so angry when I see people running from the cops and the cops have to chase them and then that person ends up getting killed. Don't run. I tell my kids that. Don't, if the police, don't run. Don't run. Even if you didn't do anything wrong and the officer is arresting the wrong person or whatever, just do what he says. Don't give him a reason or a justification to shoot you or hurt you. Don't do it. Do everything he says. Be respectful. That's what lawyers are for. We can call a lawyer to defend you. And just a little, just a itty bitty tidbit. The first thing you say when you get in there is, I would like my attorney, please. Because everything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. That means a public defender can turn it around and make whatever you say sound awful and not even what you meant. So don't talk, just say, I would like my attorney, please. And just say it over and over. I would like my attorney, please. I have nothing to say. I would like my attorney, please. Because those cops will try to be your best friend. They will tell you they're trying to help you. They will tell you that you can talk to them. Don't talk to them. They not your friends. They trying to make an arrest. Baby. Don't talk to them. Talk to your attorney. And I tell my kids that if you ever get arrested, which they haven't, but if you do, please don't talk. Yep, it's your Fifth Amendment right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. And what they don't say in it is, anything can and will be used against you is the district attorney will turn anything you say around against you. So anything you say and you meant in one way, they're going to make it sound like another way. They're going to make it sound as bad as they can to get a conviction. You know, the United States has the highest conviction rates in the world. We have the fullest prisons in the world. They will arrest you for anything. Anything. They make up laws to arrest you now. It's really sad. It is sad. Because it's like we're not free anymore. We're not really free. We are governed by a government that is full of laws. There are laws on the books that you would be surprised that you could be arrested for. They don't really uphold the law. Do you know when people cuss, like they say bad words, if you look in the law book, if you're in public, let's say like in the parking lot at Walmart, and you say a cuss word and a police officer sees you or hears you cuss, you can be arrested for that. But yet and still, we have people that come on social media, mothers, grandmothers, using ugly language. I mean, saying cuss words left and right. And it's on social media for the world to see. And one day their grandchildren are going to watch this and they're using this ugly language. I don't understand it. I don't understand how people can talk like that. And I mean, some of them have lots and lots of subscribers. I mean, people like that. People like when people drop all these horrible words. I mean, that's what you like to watch? I'm like, Lord, have mercy. What is this world coming to? And some people, they cuss would not, you can tell that's the language they use in their home, because they'll be doing a video and they'll say a cuss word, and then they'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry." Well, it comes out of their mouth so freely that they don't even realize when they're saying the cuss word, because that's how they talk around their home and their children and their grandchildren. Oh, I couldn't take that. I don't like that language. I don't say that language. I don't talk like that. And I don't like when people, and it always, always surprises me. Well, that's good, because it surprises me when people come on social media and do that. I'm like, man, showing your true colors, are we? Potty mouths. I mean, I remember back in the day when the the grandmothers would wash your mouth out with soap if you talked like that. I remember back in the day when a lady acted like a lady and they wouldn't use language like that. It's just horrible. I I don't know. I don't see how people do that. That language is, it's not ladylike. Yeah, if you're slipping up, but a lot of them talk like that because they don't even realize they talk like that, and when they get on social media, it just comes out of their mouth, and then they realize what they say, and then they go, "Oh, I'm sorry." They can't help it because they talk like that so much around their house, they don't even realize that's how they're talking on social media, and that's horrible. I mean, because your kids are going to hear that, and then your grandkids are going to hear that. And then I see people talking like that, and then they spank their children because their children are talking like that. Don't spank your children. You the one that taught it to them. They're talking like you. You are your children's example. You are the example for your grandchildren. So if your grandchildren are talking like that, it's because they hear mama, daddy, or their grandparents talking like that. Yeah, garbage in, garbage out. That's what I say. That you show people will talk like they live. That's what I say. If you live in a rough environment, you'll talk in a rough environment. If you're not ladylike, you'll act unladylike. And that's why I say when people use ugly language like that, or they use ugly language towards other people like that, they're just showing their true colors. They're showing what kind of environment they are in and how they live. Because if you talk like you come from the ghetto, then that's where you come from. Because that's how you talk. You got a ghetto mouth, you live in the ghetto. Let me tell you one bad thing. That Xbox Live, I think, is the worst thing I ever allowed my son to get on. They cuss like crazy on that Xbox Live. And he started saying when he gets mad, Hunter rages, and when he's on that Xbox, he says bad words. Bad, bad words. And I told my husband that was the worst thing that we ever did, was allow this boy to get on Xbox Live. Those words are horrible. Horrible. And I told Hunter, nobody talks like that around here. Nobody. Nobody uses those words. And at first, I couldn't understand where he was getting those words from. Xbox Live. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the adults on Xbox Live are bad. I know, Teresa. I think it's horrible that someone would text you something like that and then say you can share it. I don't care. I mean, that was horrible. I was shocked. Yeah, you have to be careful with that Xbox Live because we allowed him to get it. We paid for it. You paid for a year of service. We allowed him to get the Xbox Live. It's on me because I let him get something without investigating it first. Oh, bad language. And we're on Xbox Live now where they use all this horrible language. Well, that's what I told him, Sharon. I told him if he continues with that bad language, then we're not going to pay for another year because that's not acceptable. And children should not use words like that. Well, nobody should. It's ugly. Oh, it's nothing, Dawn. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna blast that all over YouTube. I don't think that's the place to put that on. It's just something that happened that just needs to be left alone. But when people do stuff like that, it just shows how they really are and their mentality and how they, they're showing their true colors when they do stuff like that. So I don't even worry about it because if that's how you are, then, that's how you are. But that's not something I agree with. And that's not something, I mean, that's horrible. I was in shock. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. I mean, I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to do none of that because we're just going to let dead dogs die. Let dead dogs die and move on and be happy with the world. Oh, to get to a different subject, uh, Donald Trump has decided that he should arm all the teachers since the shooting in Florida, and that all teachers should be armed. So, what do y'all think about that? I mean, if they're armed, my biggest fear is that what if a teacher goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and a teacher ends up shooting some students? And what if a teacher, like, doesn't keep the gun on their person and a student gets a hold of a teacher's gun? I mean, I wonder if all those things could cause more problems. But, I mean, I know something needs to be done because parents and students should not be afraid to go to school. And it's getting so bad that I'm afraid when I bring my son to school that something may happen. And I don't want my son to get shot at school. And I never had that fear with any of my other kids. But now I do. If a teacher goes crazy, they can bring a gun. Yep, Sharon, I agree. Yeah, but I don't know. I know our kids shouldn't feel like they're going into a prison when they go to school. And to have police officers there with wands, wanting every kid when they come into school, to me, that's horrible. A school is supposed to be a safe place, a learning place, and a fun place to go to. I don't want, I wouldn't want somebody wanting me or putting me through a, you know, when you go to the courthouse, you have to walk through those things to make sure you don't have no weapons on you. Yes, there was two police officers on duty at the school, and that 19-year-old boy got into that school and started shooting. What were the two police officers doing? They were paid to be at that school. They were paid to patrol the school. What were they doing? That was so important that they didn't protect that school that day. Yeah, I guess if they want to do it, Dawn, they're gonna do it. I mean, I don't know. I think it's sad that people can take human lives with so little disregard for life. Because once you take a life, they're not coming back. And you're not devastating that one person, you are devastating whole families, mothers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, friends, teachers, pastors. You're devastating a community. So, I don't know. I wish they could, you know, somehow have some free counseling for people that feel like they may do something bad. Yeah, the, this is probably the worst in centuries the world has been because people don't respect each other or even love each other anymore. I mean, want is to see what they can get out of someone, and then after they get what they want out of them, they're disposable. They don't need you no more. They've moved on to better lands. But you know, I told my oldest, well, I told not my oldest, but one of my brothers one time, you need to be careful who you're stepping on when you're moving up the ladder because what goes up must always come down. You won't always be on the top of that ladder. So, and that goes in all cases. You need to be careful who you step on in life because one day you may need them again. And when you step on them and you do them wrong, they're not going to be there for you when you need them. Because sometimes people make the mistake of running to the greener pasture that they think is the greener pasture and that's going to be better for them. And then they realize that greener pasture or those people that they thought were going to be better friends for them aren't. But the friends you stepped on the way to get to where you went, you lost good friends, true friends. For what? And I think we do need better mental health and more affordable mental health. I think if someone is feeling um, suicidal or homicidal, that they should be able to go talk to someone without the fear of being locked in a mental institution. They could talk to someone that could probably help them or give them the medication that they need to keep them from doing that. Insurance has gotten crazy, but that's due to the fact of people abusing insurance. No, but you know, when people scam a program and scam a program and scam a program, after a while, the good people have to pay for it. You know, the people that aren't scammers, we're the ones that have to pay for the freebies, for the people who just scam. Well, I agree with you, Kay, but one of the problems with parenting now and disciplining your children, depending on what state you're in, like I'm in Louisiana, if you get caught spanking your child here, they will take your child away from you. It just a spanking, just a normal spanking to discipline your child. If it leaves just the slightest red mark, they will take your child from you. You're not to slap your child, hit your child, and verbal abuse now. They can take your children. And which I think is good because I think verbal abuse is just as bad as physical abuse. People that yell and scream at their kids and holler and I think that's horrible. And use that ugly language. Mm-mm. I think that's abuse. I don't hit my children either, Dawn. I don't think you have to. I think hands are for loving and not for hitting. And that's my personal opinion. But the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child. And I'm not going to call God a liar. Yeah. And that's abuse, Dawn. When they're talking to the children like that, if they're talking to the children like that, mental abuse is just as bad as physical abuse. I would report them because no child should be put through mental abuse. And those are the children they don't take. It's the children that are being abused. Those are the children they don't take. They want to take children from good homes so they can adopt them out and make money. Because, the welfare department in Louisiana, for every child they adopt out, the federal government gives them money for that. They get paid extra funds for adopting children out. So they don't want children that have been abused or going to be problem children. They want children from good homes. They were afraid. Just the thought of getting spanked. Like I remember better the parents. That slipper would come off. Whatever was near the what you call that, the spatula. They would pop us on the hand, on the little butt with the spatulas, hit us with their slippers. So, yeah, but nowadays, if you get caught with a spatula in your hand, that's abuse. If you hit your child with a spatula, that's abuse. If you hit your child with a slipper, that's abuse. I don't know. They took God out of the schools and they took discipline away from the parents. And now we got kids shooting kids at school and shooting teachers. And we got just a whole lot of craziness going on. Oh, yeah. I feel so sorry for my grandchildren because if the world is the way it is right now, how do you think it's going to be when our grandchildren get into high school? I mean, it's going to be horrible. I'm scared for our grandchildren. I hope God comes before that because it's horrible. What Donald Trump needs to do is put God back into the schools and put discipline back into the hands of the parents. And maybe if they can start disciplining the children correctly and they can start praying in the schools again and teaching children respect, honor, and God says you are to fear him. The children need to fear the wrath of God. They need to know there's a higher being that they're going to have to answer to for the things that they do wrong. And parents, God is going to hold you responsible for your children. and your children's actions, because you are to bring them up in the way of the Lord. That's what the Bible says. Yeah, I know, Teresa. Me too. I mean, I wouldn't want to do that to my children, though. That's a good one. Your actions dictate your consequences. That is a good. That's good. I mean, I always told my kids, I don't want to take your phone away from you, but I didn't want you to misbehave either. I don't want to take your car keys away from you, but I'm not the one that stayed out past curfew. You know, if you follow the rules, you don't get your car taken away from you. You don't get your phone taken away from you. Your friends can come over for the weekend. But when you misbehave and you don't follow the rules, then you set your own rules. That's why you're punished. Yeah, I don't believe I didn't hit my kids either. But the reason why I didn't hit my kids, the reason why I didn't hit my kids is because I grew up abused, and I never wanted to my kids to ever be abused or hit or in any way. All I wanted them to get from me was love. And my kids turned out good. I mean, all the older ones are good children. None of them are in prison. None of them do drugs. None of them, they have families. They're good kids. They work. My son provides well for his family. And my kids didn't get, like my younger brother said, my son would end up in prison because I never spanked my kids. I didn't have to. And he said that my daughter would end up pregnant by the time she was 13 because my kids, I spoiled them. I gave them almost anything they asked for, and I never spanked them. But you know what? He was wrong. My kids were never, they didn't do drugs. My kids aren't in prison. They don't hang around with bad, influences. They have children. They have good jobs. Hello, you don't have to hit a kid for a kid to turn out good. You have to love a kid for a kid to turn out good. Now, on the flip side of that, I wish there would have been a little more discipline, because in the respect factor on how they respect their parents, um, my oldest son, I have to say, he respects me. He never talks ugly to me. He never, he's a good boy. But I'm not gonna name any names on children, but I wish on some children I would have been a little more disciplinary with them, because you don't tell your mom some of the stuff they tell me. I hope I don't mess up the phone. Every time I try to read stuff, aw, when my 13-year-old gets out the car in the morning, I always pray for him. I always pray. Well, my oldest son has ADHD, Teresa, and he doesn't disrespect me. I mean, on his job, he works offshore in the oil field, and on his job, the guys tell him to slow down because he's making them look bad. He's always moving. Aw, You have some good boys, Dawn. My little boy in the morning on the way to school, when I bring him to school, I always pray for him. Always pray for him before he goes to school. And when he gets out, I always tell him, bye, Hunter. Have a good day. I love you. And he always says, I love you too, Mom. Bye. And my daughter, yes, you are blessed, on. My daughter, good night, Simply Sharon. My daughter, when she calls me and stuff, she always says, okay, Mom, bye, I love you. So it's the little things that they don't realize, some kids don't realize touches our heart. But guys, here I am talking about how long people stay on here, and I've been on this thing for over an hour. That's fun. That's funny, Dawn. You sound like me during I am like real big on people need to vote. If you don't vote for our presidents, you don't have a right to complain. And I'm real big on picking people up and bringing them to the voters box to go vote. Now, it's not my business who you vote for, but it's very important that you vote, because if you don't, you don't have a say. And I don't tell people who to vote for, but if they ask my opinion, I will tell them who I voted for and why. But if they need a ride to go vote, I will go pick them up and I will bring them to vote. So that's what I did with a lot of my kids' friends. You old enough to vote? Baby, get in this car. We go and vote. You need to vote. You don't have a say unless you vote. That's what I tell them. Now, I mean, let's face it, we haven't really had that much to choose from when we vote. I mean, slim pickings when it comes to, who you're going to vote for. But my main thing is if I try to make sure they follow God's law, that's who I'm going to vote for. If you're killing babies and you think it's okay to kill unborn babies, I ain't voting for you. Nope, because that goes against the Word of God. If you think it's okay to kill unborn babies, you're not getting my vote. Hence why, as y'all can tell, I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton. Hillary thinks it's okay for people to get an abortion in their third trimester. That baby's heart is beating, that baby's brain is formed, and their baby, all its limbs are formed, and it's okay to kill that baby? That's horrible. It's horrible. When they got people out there that would love to have children that can't have children, just have the baby and show enough love and respect for that baby and give it to a family, give it to a woman and a man who are married, and let them be a family. You're blessing someone. You're doing something good with your life with adoption. I wouldn't look bad on anyone who decided to give their child a good life. I would, if someone told me, I wasn't financially stable, I wasn't in the right mindset, I wasn't mentally capable of taking care of a child at this time, I gave my daughter or son up for adoption, I would not one bit look down on them. I would tell them what an amazing gift they gave their child, because they gave a mother and a father a baby that they wouldn't have had, and they made them a family. They probably, in 99% of the cases, gave that child a life, a wonderful life. So not only did they give life to their child, but they gave two other people and their family a wonderful gift. And they did well by their child. So abortion's not the answer. adoption, you're doing a wonderful thing. You're making your mark in the world. You're doing something wonderful for your child and for a family. So I would 100% respect you. 100%. Because it takes someone strong to do that. It takes someone weak to have an abortion. But guys, I'm still talking and the clock is still ticking and I need to get off. I'm boring y'all. So thank y'all for watching my video. Uh, was it a closed adoption, Dawn, or was it, I mean, Kay, or was it an open adoption? Because I know nowadays they do open, so you get to see him and get pictures of him, and you did a wonderful thing. I think that's wonderful. If you weren't at a place at that time that you felt that you could give both your children everything they needed, then and you gave a family the chance to be a mother, or a mother and a father a chance to be a family, I think you did a wonderful thing. It is. Because as a mother, you love all your children. And I know when you held that baby in your arms, you loved it with all your heart and you just wanted to give that baby the best life it could have. Aw, I am so happy. You see, I think either way is good. Open adoption, closed adoption, whatever's, you know. But guys, like I said, yes, I'm glad you put the baby up for adoption instead of the other. Abortion is not. Mm-mm. But guys, I'm going to get off of here because we're almost at over an hour and a half. Aww. A granddaughter, so she's one this year, right? They are so precious. I never knew what it would be like to love a grandbaby so much. Grandbabies are like the world. When you hold those grandbabies in your arms, that's the best thing ever. So, guys, I'm going to get off of here because I've been on too long. And I've been talking too long. I need to go take some Advil. And thank y'all for joining me tonight. And I'm going to let y'all go. Good night, everyone. And y'all know what time it is, right? Wrap your arms around yourself. Squeeze real tight. I'm giving you a hug. A big hug. If no one's told you today, I'm going to tell you. I love you. You are beautiful. You are special. And God loves you too. Good night, ladies. I will talk to y'all later. Hugs.